On Anglia tomorrow night at 11, Hollywood. The old studio lots are due to be demolished, but one mysterious figure stands in the way of change, a phantom.
To destroy the back lot is to destroy yourself.
A strange, crazed presence who haunts the old movie sets and threatens death and destruction to any who would dare to knock them down. The Phantom of Hollywood strikes tomorrow night at 11, here on Anglia.
Dulux solid emulsion is a completely different type of paint. It comes ready to use in its own resealable tray. And unlike ordinary paint, it won't splash, it won't run down your arm, and it won't spill.
All done?
Oh, yeah. Very nice. No mess, I hope.
Dulux solid emulsion, now in 6 shades of white.
Nissan. Fall in love with a new Nissan. Then talk to Kitchener Garages of Bedford. We work harder for you.
To cool, clean and protect today's high-performance engines, Esso scientists have developed new Esso Superlube, a high-performance motor oil designed to cope with the stresses of today's high-performance petrol, diesel and turbocharged engines. These are the cars, this is the oil. New Esso Superlube, the striped protector. Quality at work.
Now there's a completely new kind of Andrex. It has a fuller, softer feel. A fatter roll and a more absorbent kind of strength. Which means it goes even further and lasts even longer. And that makes it even better value for money. New Andrex, now even better value.
Something told me he wasn't just train spotting. I knew what he was after. The secret diaries. I wanted a shower. He wanted the diaries. The deodorant stripes and shield would help me stay cool, confident, however shocking the secrets turned out to be. Some people just lead wasted lives. Shield keeps a body cool beautifully.
I've stopped using April Fresh Lenore because I found a new conditioner that smells more natural. And I've asked Mrs. Reed along to try and persuade her to change, too.
I used to go for the cheaper ones, but I always end up back with Lenore, and I wouldn't change at all, even if another one came to the market.
Here, smell this.
Yes, it's got a different smell altogether. It's more flowery. It feels very soft. What is it? It's a new, improved Lenore. I definitely think it's improved.
New April Fresh Lenore smells more natural than ever before.
Now, rounding off tonight's programmes, here's Christine Webber to introduce our Tuesday topic.
Hello and warm welcome to another Tuesday topic. Tonight we're going to talk about Tackle, which is an organisation based in Norwich which sets out really to tackle any problem that a young person might have. And with me to talk about it is the director of that association, Peter Farley. Now, young people, we say, how young are we talking about?
Well, primarily between 12 and 25.
Is that rigid, though? I mean, would you help somebody younger or older than that if they needed the help?
Well, we've not had anyone younger than 12, but we've certainly had people right up to the age of 55, 60, and we felt it right to help them.
Young at heart, eh?
Yes.
Now then, what sort of problems do people come to you with?
Well, really all sorts of problems, but primarily nowadays problems with benefits, accommodation, and certainly drugs is a major problem.
Where do you think that you can help people that perhaps more well-established agencies such as the Citizens Advice Bureau or the Samaritans are falling down?
I think it's primarily the fact that we set out to help young people. It's somewhere where young people feel that they're going to be welcome, particularly because we try to come over as an unofficial organisation, and that's important to young people.
Where do you get your funding from?
Donations from individuals, commercial and industrial concerns, but mostly from charitable trusts.
Now, suppose I'm a young person in trouble. How do I even find out about you? We have this little leaflet here, but to be quite honest with you, I probably don't go where the young people go. I've never seen one before this, you know, today.
Right. Well, we've posters in the schools, libraries, police stations, doctors' surgeries, and we have young people come from those sort of locations, as well as by learning by word of mouth.
I see. If you thought somebody was in serious danger, perhaps very suicidally inclined, or perhaps a young girl came to you and she was desperate to have an abortion, would you actually hand that person on or encourage them to go on to an agency with more specific knowledge?
Certainly we'd be wanting to use the most appropriate source of help for that young person, and we see very much that our job is one of bridge building. We want to identify what sources of support a young person already had, if the family was supportive, friends or school, and we'd be looking to link them up. But for some people it's a question really of building up their confidence in adults.
You mentioned to me when we were chatting earlier the huge drug abuse problem, which I must confess, as somebody who walks around Norwich, I mean, I don't see it. And what percentage of people coming to you have drug-related problems?
Certainly we can say a third of the young people who come to us have had a problem with drugs, whether that's cannabis or whether it's heroin.
Yeah. And what can you do about them?
Well, again, it's looking at the individual, trying to see how big the habit is, how long they've had it, what the sources of support are, these type of things that we really wanted to find out. But to say it's building up that person's confidence to be able to share the problem with you.
Do you ever feel when somebody rings you up, oh, come on, this can't be for real?
Yes, I think there are times when one's tempted to feel that. But on the other hand, I've learned that the most important thing to do, particularly with young people, is to treat everyone seriously. What seems a small thing to us is to the youngster an absolute crisis.
Yes. Now, Peter, what sort of religious beliefs do you have?
Well, I'm a Christian, and that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Very much for me, my work is an expression of the love of God. I feel that I'm expressing the love of God to people in need.
And you belong to a church of some kind?
That's right, yes.
What is that?
Well, I go to Norwich Christian Fellowship.
I see. Now, one could say that a very good and caring and concerned social worker could do much what you are actually doing. Do you feel you have an added dimension because you see this as your sort of ministry, for example?
Yes, I do. I feel that really I'm helping people because I myself have been helped. Really, God has made that much difference to me. I mean, it's changed my complete way of life. I couldn't do what I'm doing were it not for Jesus Christ in my life.
You may find some young person casually watching this particular programme now and thinks, oh, well, I can't possibly go there because if they're going to ram God down my throat, I don't want to go. I mean, is that how you operate? No,
that's the last thing that we want to do. And we've been very careful to avoid doing that because we really believe that if it's real, then it will show. We won't need to go around shouting it. I mean, I think there's a need for the church to say what it believes, but also it needs to reach out and just help people without any strings attached at all.
Looking at all the young people that come to you and the troubles that they have, would you say that for all that they're outwardly tough, that many of them are looking for some form of religion that they can actually grab hold of?
Yes, I think that's a very important aspect of things. People want to feel wanted.
Peter, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you, Christine.
It's good to know there's always someone there to help. Well, that's all we have time for here on Anglia for you this evening, but we'll be back again tomorrow. Please join us, and I'll leave you with a look at tomorrow night's programmes. Meanwhile, from all of us here at Anglia House, I wish you a very good night. Please remember to switch off. Good night.